These are the plaintiffs, Edwin Rodriguez and Helen Cortez. Edwin says he and the defendant decided to mate their dogs, and they agreed he'd get 3 of the puppies. Well, when the defendant's dog gave birth, she only gave him 1. Not only that, he had to shell out money for a vet because there were some complications with the birth. They're owed big time, so they're suing for $1,120 for a vet bill, 1 day's pay, and the value of 2 pups. This is the defendant, Althea Arnold. She says first things first. She never promised him 3 puppies from the litter. In fact, there was never any discussion about who got what once her dog gave birth. As far as the vet bill goes, the plaintiffs took it upon themselves to get a second opinion from a vet when her dog was ready to give birth. It was their decision, and she had nothing to do with it. She's accused of not providing puppies. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,000 for harassment.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiffs say they agreed to mate their dog with the defendants, but they got shortchanged on the pups. The defendant says there was never a promise to give the plaintiffs 3 dogs. It's the case of our dogs can screw around, but you can't.
Okay, Edwin Rodriguez?
Yes.
And Helen Cortez, you are suing Althea Arnold for $1,120 that you say she owes you for vet bills, missed work, and 2 puppies that she was supposed to give you when you mated your dogs and didn't. You have a counterclaim against him for $2,000 for harassment. All right, let me hear from you.
Yes, Your Honor, we mated our dogs.
What kind of dogs?
Pit bulls.
Okay, how did you 2 know each other?
Through a mutual friend of ours, Wayne Rames. He's a friend of mine through karaoke. I'm a karaoke DJ.
Right.
And he knew that I was looking to mate my dog. And he said that he had friends that had a pretty, female dog. He introduced us.
So did you meet before you decided?
We got to meet. We started hanging out, karaoke's and whatever, kind of just as friends.
Okay. So what happens? You decide you're going to mate your dogs. What was the agreement the 2 of you had?
From the beginning, he said he wanted 3 pups, regardless of the litter.
Is it just you saying it, or is it her acknowledging it?
It was both, actually.
Let me see. So what discussions did you 2 have beforehand? You tell me.
At karaoke, we showed them pictures with Isis. That's her name, the dog's name. And they said, oh, she's so cute. And that's when they came out and said, okay, do you want to mate?
According to you, you've just handed me some text, and now this is judge-friendly font.
Okay.
I virtually do not even have to put no, I actually have to. Okay.
In one of the text messages,
in one of the texts,
it says that there goes the 3 pups.
The 3 pups that belong to you.
No. That was her saying, I'm not giving you 3 pups. It's her fault that 3 pups died, so there's your 3 pups. That's smack talk. Now let's talk about what happened there. What happens when the dog is about to deliver the pups? You can't come home because you're working. And what do you do for a living?
I work for MTA, bus operator.
You're a bus driver?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. And so you call them, right?
I called Helen, yes.
Why did you call Helen?
She had asked me to call her, like when she was giving birth, so she could come over and...
Okay, so you come to the house, and what's going on? You tell me.
By then, Isis had already had 6 puppies. And then she delivered the 7th one, which Helen was there. And then the 8th one that was coming, she was having complications. It didn't come. She was pushing. Nothing came out. So Helen called Eddie.
Tell me exactly what you did.
Okay, what I did was I called Eddie up, and he said, get some Vaseline and actually lubricate her as much as you can. I did that, and she started pushing, and the baby, this is from what the vet said, he was breached. But that dog was so big that he wasn't going to come out anyway because she needed a cesarean.
Let me see. Is that in writing in the vet's report?
Actually, I have the vet bill here.
Yeah, the vet bill. But who has the vet report? That's all there is that? He doesn't take notes? What kind of vet?
He took notes, but...
He has to take notes. You just don't have them. Let me see what you've done. Hand it to Douglas, please. Go ahead. Go on.
We get to the vet. They tell me, I said, do you have any money to put up for the bill? They said no, their credit is shot. I said, well, listen, this is not my dog. However, if you want, I can spot you the $100 because that's what it cost for her to be examined. They said no, blood is dripping all over the floor. We take her home. That was the first time that we took her to the vet.
Why did you guys leave the first time?
Because
hold on.
because she's still pushing. And they said that they believe that there's puppies still inside of her. So in order to take it out, she's going to need a C-section. And that C-section costs $3,000 to $4,000.
That's not the second vet.
No, that's the
first vet.
Yes. So I said, I'm going to take her home and I'm going to see what happens. So when we went home, she actually gave birth to the 3 pups.
Right. And they were
Unfortunately, they wasn't alive.
deceased.
But
okay. How's the dog doing now?
She's great.
What's that? What pictures do you
These
have?
are our pictures of our dog and Capone.
Capone. Why isn't a pit bull ever named Fluffy? Let me ask you a question. When is the first time you realized that no one's discussed how many pups you're getting in return for the stud?
When I went to see the puppies, I picked out the 3 that I wanted. I was like, oh, I want to get my 3. I mean, I had expressed to them before that I want the 3 puppies regardless. And so we
You took a picture of them doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
No dignity. No romance either. Okay, go ahead.
So in the meantime, when I was saying that, there were friends there like already claiming dogs. And I was like, well, I don't think these people are actually planning to give me any kind of dog, because everybody that went was already claiming a puppy.
Can you
And
prove
it was like,
that she agreed to give you 3?
there was nothing in writing.
Oh,
It was just
a text, an email, anything?
Nothing.
All right, and can you prove that it's only supposed to be 1? No. All right,
Yep.
so just a second. So let's put this to a side one moment and let's discuss your counterclaim. You've got a counterclaim for $2,000 for harassment. Explain that.
Well, Your Honor, after September 12th was the day that I gave him the 1 puppy. He was so mad. That same night, he's on Facebook, writing text messages to Wayne's phone,
Saying what?
saying that he's gonna sue Crystal and Althea Arnold.
Show me. Did he do anything else?
He also tried to make me try to lose my job. He told Wayne that through text messages that, he knows that I'm about to be off probation in a couple of weeks.
That you're on probation at work, meaning you just started.
Right, I just started.
Right. Did he call your work?
I think so. Yes, he did.
Oh, you don't know. Nobody's told you anything. You didn't get in trouble.
I can't find that out,
Okay.
but coincidentally, I had to go on a random 2 weeks before my probation is over.
On a random what?
Drug test.
Drug test.
Yes.
Okay.
He put on Facebook that to watch out for this person right here.
Let me see that. Althea Arnold. If you're riding a city bus, MTA, and she's behind the wheel, chances are you're riding with a high on weed driver? You did this?
I did.
Let me talk to you the way I talk to my children. You think you can just say whatever you want on your personal Facebook?
No.
And that there's no consequences? Because this is pretty bad. If you're an MTA driver, you don't want someone accusing you of getting high. Did you ever get high with her?
No.
Okay. So where did you get this from? Just you were angry?
No, well, through mutual friends.
Who is the person who's raising her hand behind you?
That's our witness, Jessica.
And
I have proof.
come on up. Switch places.
Well, everything that he's stating about that she smokes while she's on the job is true. Because Nikki called me and she goes, so what if I smoke weed? All they're going to do is give me a program and I'm going to get a slap on the wrist.
Did you have a conversation with her?
No, ma'am.
Who is she?
Friends with them.
Who is she though? Do you know her?
Jessica.
Okay. She says that you called her and told her, so what if I get high on weed
No,
while I'm
I
driving?
did not say that, Your Honor.
So then
Okay.
how would
Do you
I
have
know
any
that?
proof of what you're saying?
How would I know that they would give her a program and she'll get a smack on the wrist?
I don't know that
if
that's what they
she's
do.
If she gets tested positive for marijuana.
What does the MTA do if you have
Fire you.
Fire you?
Yes.
Do you have phone records
Yes.
that she called you?
Yeah.
All right, let's find out. Court's in recess.
All right.
So the plaintiff puts on Facebook that the defendant was driving an MTA bus high on drugs. Can the defendant sue the plaintiff for defamation?
Yes.
Well, but that then raises the question, do people believe what they see on Facebook? What do you think?
I'm hoping that everybody kind of takes into their common sense and figures out if it's right or wrong and does the research that they need to do.
But I mean, do people believe generally what they read on Facebook?
I think so,
So everybody takes everything at face value on Facebook.
most of the time.
Interesting, because anybody can say anything they want on Facebook going inside the courtroom.
Okay, I'll tell you what I was able to learn and what I wasn't able to learn, but my understanding is that in the meantime, you found your phone records to show me? Okay.
They said that they don't know me. They haven't called me. The last call that I
She
received.
said that she knows your name, but she said that you were friends with them.
I'm friends with them and I'm also was friends with them.
Let me see what you got there.
This is the phone log, and then if you go that
So
way.
why are you so enthusiastic on that side?
Because I was supposed to get one of the dogs that they had, and all of a sudden that went down
You
the
were going
drain.
to get one of those 3 dogs?
Yes,
What is the number I should be looking at?
it's on the 27th of September.
They talked to you for 9 minutes, for
Yes.
2 minutes, and for 3 minutes. All right, so now, here's the thing. On your claim, you're saying, Judge, he lied about me. Here's the problem with that. Her testimony presents me with sufficient doubt that you're not going to win that counterclaim. Because she's saying, yes, you do, and that you called her and said, the only thing that'll happen is that I'll get a slap on the hand and get treatment. All right, I've been trying to get information from the MTA. It's kind of hard, okay? But what their answer to that is that you are subject to discipline, which may include termination. So, the bottom line is that it's fuzzy enough that I find that you have not proven by a preponderance of the evidence your claim for harassment or slander or libel. All right. On the vet bills, switch with her, will you? Okay. I'm going to order them to pay half of the vet bills. I'm not going to order 1 day's pay. I am going to order you to pay the cost of a female puppy and a male puppy. According to you, it's $300 and $250. Okay? All right. So now, let me tell you something. Like I tell my children, how old are you?
40.
Okay, well then, estás un poco grandecito para esto.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a little bit old for this kind of conduct. Okay? And next time you may not be so lucky as to have a witness who helps you out, and you may end up being liable to somebody. Okay? $735, verdict for the plaintiff on the plaintiff's claim against the defendant. On the defendant's counterclaim, 0.
Well, there's a defendant coming out of the courtroom right here. Step up. You don't look happy. What's your reaction to the outcome of this case?
It's unfair that I have
Why?
to pay for a vet bill. They put it on themselves. If I had the money, I would have did it. It was just
Well, don't you appreciate the effort they went through
I was
on the
at
dog's
work.
behalf?
no,
You don't?
no,
All right. Anything else?
no.
Anyone? All right. Right around the corner that way, okay? All right, so step on in, sir, and what's your feeling on this?
I thought the judgment was fair. My main concern was the well-being for the puppies anyway. So
How can you go through a mating with dogs and have nothing in writing over who gets what at the end?
I just thought we were all friends. So, I didn't think this was going to come.
Guess you know who your friends are.
Yeah.
Yeah, in writing. Friends, no friends.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Next
it's
time.
true.
If
Next time, if there's a next time, I don't think so.
This was tough.
Okay, over to Harvey.
I got to tell you, in a clear case, accusing somebody, falsely accusing them of being on drugs is automatically considered defamation. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way to the courtroom right now.